You've felt it too, haven't you? Prices keep climbing, and suddenly, things that once felt normal, ordinary, are starting to feel like luxuries. From little comforts we used to enjoy without thinking to the bigger parts of daily life, people everywhere are quietly cutting back. But here's the shocking part. Some of these must-haves we thought we could never live without are vanishing from everyday life. And once you hear this list, you might realize you're probably giving them up too. Let's dive in. Number 1, cable TV. Remember. When cable TV was the heartbeat of every home, the remote in hand, flipping channels late into the night, paying for 100 stations you barely watched. But now, prices have exploded. Families open their monthly bills and their jaws drop. "This for TV?" they whisper. And just when it felt like entertainment was slipping away, streaming stormed in. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, a whole universe of shows, but at a fraction of the cost. Suddenly, cable feels like an ancient relic. People are cutting the cord, not just to save money, but because they've realized they don't need it anymore. Number 2, eating out at restaurants. Picture this. A family sits down at a restaurant, menus in hand. The kids are excited, the parents tired, but hopeful for a break from cooking. Then the bill comes. Their faces fall. That single meal could have bought a week's worth of groceries. That's when it hits them. Eating out isn't a treat anymore. It's a trap. More and more families are turning their kitchens into restaurants of their own. They're rediscovering recipes, saving leftovers, teaching themselves how to cook. And restaurants, they're slowly becoming a place only for birthdays, anniversaries, or maybe not at all. Number 3, movie theater tickets. There was a time when stepping into a theater felt like magic. The smell of popcorn, the lights dimming, the screen flickering to life. But now, the magic has a price tag that's hard to swallow. Tickets cost more than ever. Popcorn and soda? They'll drain your wallet before the previews even start. And families everywhere are realizing, for the price of one movie night, they could subscribe to a streaming service for a month. So the theaters grow quieter. Living rooms transform into mini cinemas. And the question lingers. Are movie theaters becoming a memory? Number 4, new cars. Imagine walking into a dealership. The shine of a brand new car blinds your eyes. The smell of fresh leather fills the air. But then you see the price tag, and your heart sinks. Buying a new car has become out of reach for many. The monthly payments, the interest rates, it's crushing. So people cling to their old cars, patching them up, squeezing out every mile. Some even whisper, "It's smarter this way," because the truth is, keeping an old car alive costs less than stepping into debt for something new. Number 5, designer clothing. Once, slipping into a designer outfit felt like wearing confidence itself. Logos became status symbols, silent shouts of wealth. But today, people are stepping back, shaking their heads. Why spend hundreds, thousands on a single jacket when the world is crumbling under bills and expenses? More are turning to thrift shops, second-hand apps, even learning to sew. Fashion is shifting, away from labels toward meaning. And in a shocking twist, designer brands are losing their power. Number 6, gym memberships. Think about it. How many of us signed up for a gym only to let the membership card gather dust in a drawer? But now, the choice feels different. Gym memberships have become luxuries, with monthly fees eating into already stretched budgets. But here's the twist. People aren't giving up on fitness. They're finding new ways to fight back. A park bench becomes a gym, a YouTube video, a personal trainer, a living room floor, a yoga studio. More and more are canceling memberships and discovering they never needed them in the first place. Number 7, luxury vacations. Close your eyes. Picture crystal clear beaches, glittering resorts, endless flights to far-off lands. Sounds perfect, doesn't it? But for most families, that dream has drifted far out of reach. Plane tickets, hotels, food, it all adds up. Fast. And just when many thought vacations were gone forever, they found another way. Road trips, camping, exploring their own hometowns. Vacations aren't about fancy hotels anymore. They're about moments, about slowing down, about finding joy, even in the simplest places. Number 8, home renovations. Once upon a time, remodeling a kitchen or upgrading a bathroom felt doable, something families planned and saved for. But now, the cost of wood, paint, tiles, and labor has soared into the stratosphere. What used to be a dream is now a nightmare for the wallet. But instead of giving up, people are getting creative. A coat of paint instead of a full remodel. A DIY project instead of hiring contractors. They're making the most of what they have, squeezing beauty out of the ordinary. And little by little, they're realizing that maybe, just maybe, perfect homes don't exist. But homes full of love, those never needed renovations in the first place. Number 9, concerts and live events. Remember when going to a concert felt magical? The lights, the roar of the crowd, the moment your favorite artist stepped onto the stage. For many people, that magic has become untouchable. Tickets that once felt like a splurge now look more like a down payment on a car. Service fees pile on like invisible thieves, and suddenly, that dream of screaming the lyrics with thousands of strangers vanishes. But here's the twist. Fans aren't giving up the music. They're adapting. Online concerts, live streams, recordings, they're turning bedrooms into arenas. It's not the same, no, but it's survival. And when you think about it, that might just change how we experience music forever. Number 10, organic groceries. Organic food used to feel like a badge of health, a quiet promise that you were doing something good for your body. But now, walking through the grocery store feels more like walking through a battlefield of prices. A small basket of organic fruits and veggies can leave wallets gasping for air, and that's when the tough choices hit. Families stand in the aisles staring at labels. Organic apples for twice the price, or twice as many regular ones. One decision feels like protection, the other feels like survival. More and more, survival is winning. Number 11. Subscription boxes. At first, they were exciting. A mystery box at your doorstep, new snacks, toys, gadgets, surprises. But then the bills started stacking up. Month after month, the novelty faded. What was once joy turned into clutter. And in those quiet moments of checking bank statements, people began to realize, do I really need this? The answer for many? No. Subscription boxes are disappearing from homes, one cancellation email at a time. And here's the crazy part. You'd think people would miss them, but they don't. Not even a little. Number 12. Pet services. Pets. Our loyal friends, our companions. But even love has collided with rising costs. Grooming, boarding, daycare, it's all climbing so high that owners are left with impossible choices. Do they sacrifice their budgets? Or do they try something new? And so, living rooms are turning into grooming salons. Backyards into daycare centers. Friends and family stepping in where professionals used to be. It's messy. It's hard. But the bond between people and their pets? It's stronger than any rising price tag. Number 13. Landlines. Once, they were the heartbeat of a household. That ringing sound, pulling everyone to the phone, shouting, "It's for you," across the living room. But now, landlines have gone quiet. Mobile phones have taken over, offering unlimited calls, texts, data. Suddenly, that extra landline bill feels like paying for a ghost. Families are pulling the plug. Literally. The landline era is dying, and with it, a piece of history. Number 14. Private schools. For decades, parents sacrificed everything to send their kids to private schools. They believed it was the golden ticket to a better life. But the price? It soared into the impossible. And so the questions come. Is this really worth it? Can we survive this? Public schools, homeschooling, online learning, these once overlooked paths are becoming lifelines. And while some families grieve the dream of private education, others are discovering maybe the dream wasn't the school at all. Maybe it's just giving their kids a chance to thrive, no matter the setting. Number 15, hair salon visits. The hum of blow dryers, the smell of hair dye, the satisfying snip of scissors. It used to be a ritual. A way to feel fresh, confident, new. But those visits, they've turned into luxuries. Now mirrors at home are replacing salon chairs, YouTube tutorials replacing stylists. Some stretch visits for months, others risk cutting their own hair with shaky hands and brave hearts. What was once a necessity has become a treat, a rare indulgence, not a routine. Number 16, gourmet coffee. Coffee, that perfect cup. The frothy top, the caramel drizzle, the smooth taste that makes mornings feel alive. But here's the catch, $5 a cup, sometimes more. And day after day, that innocent indulgence turns into a silent thief. And so people are fighting back. Coffee makers in kitchens, fresh beans in cupboards. The daily cafe run is fading, replaced by the hiss of kettles and the quiet drip of home brews. And in that moment, people realize something shocking. It still tastes just as good. The bigger picture. Cutting back on luxuries might sound like sacrifice, but it's more than that. It's transformation. It's survival. People everywhere are learning to live differently, not giving up joy, but reshaping it. Because here's the truth. Sometimes the things we thought we needed were never the things we truly couldn't live without. And the question is, what will you cut back on next?